I'll pop them some things later. Listen to this and tell me what you think.
Appear in the shape of the number 6, but to understand the majority of this symbolism, we must be familiar with a little gematria, which is the ascribing of numbers to letters. Using this code, we will see that F, O, X, and V are all used to represent the number 6. These charts can be found in basic books on numerology. One can either number the letters as 1 through 26, or the double-digit numbers can be broken down, or reduced, to one digit by adding the two numbers. F is 6 because it is a 6th letter. O is 6 because it is a 15th letter, and 1 plus 5 equals 6. X is a 24th letter, and 2 plus 4 equals 6. Again, this is basic numerology and can be found in books with any conspiracies. V is also used as a 6 because Vav, or Vav, is a 6th letter in the Hebrew alphabet. Hebrew is the language of Kabbalah, which is the origin of the occult use of gematria. Once we understand that F, O, X, and V are used to equal 6, we can see why the world's 4th largest media conglomerate is named 21st Century Fox. And why Fox has channels named FX and FXX as well. Fox equals 666. FX equals 66. FXX equals 666. They sometimes place the X-shaped lights logo in front of the FX, adding an extra X and making it 666. The theory that the Volkswagen logo represents a 666 has been around since at least the 1980s. This is an important pattern for a few reasons. A W actually looks like two V's, which would be 66, but the inner lines are often shown as intersecting, creating a third V, making VVV or 666. In the case of Volkswagen, the logo is a V and W, making the three V's of 666. If this seems like a stretch, they accentuate the three individual V's for us in the Weinstein Company logo. If this is still hard to believe, consider the Gillette Venus logo, which has, for no apparent reason, a 3 rising like smoke from the V of...
You've got to listen to your logos. It's all in front of you, all the time. You're the blind one.
Motorola gives us another 3V example. The bottom of the logo looks like a V, and the space in between the upper points of the M makes a V. 3V equals 666. The FedEx office logo is 3 overlapping V's. 1 orange, 1 blue, and 1 green. Visa had a voucher program called Just 3V. The Kenwood logo highlights the third V formed by the intersection of the two V's of the W. Zeralto. 3 V's. Wikipedia. Interlocking V's again. Even Volunteers of America uses a 3V variation. The Vivo YouTube channel has, or had, a show called VVV. There are more of these 3V's equals 666 logos, but we have seen most of the famous ones. The last one we will look at is one of the most unusual. Flip a B from Bridgestone upside down, and there is a V. The exterior bumps of the B form a 3. This last version shows the F1, 3 and V more clearly. As we saw at the start, some logos just use the actual number 6 in a variety of ways. Vodafone appears to have changed its logo, but even the basic 6 in the circle logo is another theme we see fairly often. The circle can be seen as an O, F equals 6. 6 and an O is 6. A6 gives us an original form of the 666. The logo itself is a backwards 6, and it has the same basic shape as the first A in A6. The last syllable of A6, SSCS, sounds like 6. Put the 3 together and you have 666. If that is not enough, the pattern on the sneaker itself looks like 3 joined X's. XXX equals 666. There is a series of movies called Triple X, which is 666. At first glance, claims that there is a 666 in the Walt Disney logo may seem weak, because, with cursive writing, one could easily make 6s out of a variety of letters. Yet, the Art of Disney store conveniently highlighted the 3 suspected 6s for us, making it fairly likely this symbolism was intentional. The next 2 logos use the actual form of the Hebrew V, which is Vav or Vowel. The shape of this letter looks suspiciously like the 3 claw marks on the Monster Energy drink logo. The McCormick and Company logo has a similar look. Some claim that the Taco Bell logo hides a 666. It looks to have at least 2 sixes, with the yellow internal 6 being unnecessarily shaped this way. These bizarre shape coincidences make it more likely symbolism is being used, as we saw in the unusual Bridgestone logo. It is likely the Taco Bell logo is at least a 66, if not a 666. We could continue with more 666 logos, but they become more obscure and involve more complex interpretations. We will turn now to some 66 logos which use related symbolism. There are 2 important 66 logos that show us some major themes, those of Chevron and of Dos Equis. The word chevron is defined as a figure, pattern, or object having the shape of a V or an inverted V. They have named the company after the V-shaped pattern that is so important to 6 symbolism. And their logo is 2 V's, which equals 66. Dos Equis in Spanish means 2 X's, a strange name for a company unless you understand the symbolic significance. XX has a few meanings. It equals 66, it represents the double cross, and it is one of several unification of opposition symbols, some of which can be related to 66 as well. This unification of oppositions is an important Masonic and alchemical concept. When the oppositions within man are unified, higher consciousness is achieved. The classic example of these oppositions is the yin and yang. The resultant alchemical golden man can be seen in the intersection of the Dos Equis X's. Our VCA clears up some of the doubt about the use of alchemical symbolism with its balance of opposite slogan, combined with their V-up, V-down logo. VV and XX both equal 66. Scrivener continues the oppositions theme with their logo which resembles the yin-yang symbol and includes quotation marks that look like 2 sixes. This VV theme is fairly common, with the V's placed in a variety of positions, upside down, sideways, V-up, V-down, etc. You will often see the A turned into an upside-down V with the elimination of its middle, interior line. Several logos combine the X's, emphasizing the double-cross aspect. FX and OV equal 66. The Scream Gems logo is interlocking sixes. We can see another version of this in the lesser-known Basil logo. Sporting events often feature much of this logo symbolism. If you are a tennis fan, you might have noticed the Australian Open just changed its logo to VOE.
Shut up. Pay attention.
You might be familiar with the Yonex brand as well. This is a good logo for showing the intentional nature of the 66 logo.
I already knew you was going to make noise.
Until you realize they are
Hold it down.
Space around 2 backwards.
It's not you, it's that mouse. That mouse.
A variety of somewhat odd patterns and logos once we understand this symbolism. Holiday and Enduver both use embellished H's. This allows them to turn these H's into XX's. Both Dynamic Fitness and Fandango use interlocking F's. FF equals 66. Foster's places an F inside an O. FO equals 66. Payless puts an upside-down 6 inside a circle, or an O. 6O equals 66. The HP logo of Hewlett-Packard is a DY when turned upside down. DY is the abbreviation for the element dysprosium, which can be seen on the periodic table as having an atomic number of 66.
People should really leave AI alone.
The last one we will look at is ING. This one has a roundabout way of getting to 66 or XX. The odds of these stranger interpretations continuing to arrive at 66 accidentally must be quite low. ING is a rather clumsy company name. Why did they choose it? Googling rune and this image will come up. The ing rune is in the shape of stacked X's. Turn it on its side, and we have the XX of Dos Equis once again. XX equals 66.
And now you know. Sixes aren't all bad, you guys. Just depends on how it's
So today,
placed.
our live is about Van Halen's Sammy Hagar and his warning for 2025. And from what I understand, this song was written in 1975, so 50 years ago. So again, I'll give you a short clip of it, and then I'm just going to delve into some of his background.
Please, a short clip. I don't need another copyright like I've got on every single video.
Things will stop separating from 2025. The things will stop separating from 2025. Who stays and who goes in 2025? This is some weird shit. Cracking the world. sung by Sammy Hagar, better known as the lead singer of Van Halen, I found out what it is that's been driving me mad. There's no room to breathe between the good and the bad, a crush in between. There's a thin, thin line, but just round the corner, there's a change in design. I wish I could walk away and dig what the preachers say, but those words don't satisfy me no more. There's a crack in the world. There's a crack in the world. There's a crack in the world. Just 50.
Oh, leave the crack alone, Sammy.
How and who gets
Leave it alone.
Let's all have a good
Drugs are
time.
bad.
The great divide.
After a while.
Things will start separating come 2025. So look for the subtle clues. It won't make the front page news. That depends upon which side that you choose. There's a crack in the world. There's a crack in the world. Yeah, there's a crack in the world.
You can read it once, but take it easy.
It was sung 50 years ago and is focused on this year, 2025. Now
Oh,
look at this. Van Halen's Sammy Hagar says his mind was infiltrated by aliens. So Sammy claims two intelligent creatures tapped into his unconscious using some kind of mysterious wireless connection. There's no better way to put this. Sammy Hagar believes his mind was taken over by aliens. Years ago, before he played with Van Halen or Montrose, before he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
before I can't drive 55.
extraterrestrials tapped into his consciousness in the California foothills. I know there's something out there, he explained, and someday they'll come. Hagar's intergalactic theories have come to light with his new memoirs, read My Uncensored Life in Rock, written with Joel Selvin. I was lying in bed one night, dreaming, he recalls in the book. I saw a ship and two creatures inside of this ship. I couldn't see their faces. I just knew that there were two intelligent creatures sitting up in a craft in the Little Creek Forest area about 12 miles away in the foothills above Fontana. And they were connected to me, tapped into my mind through some kind of mysterious wireless connection. In a new interview with MTV Hive, Hagar said he wanted to write a lot more about UFOs, but Selvin talked him out of it. He'd be like, oh, people don't want to hear that shit. But Hagar could write a whole book just devoted to aliens, he said. No, I love it, man. I'm into it deep. Although Hagar's vision of an alien spaceship was part of a dream, he insists he was seeing something real. It friggin' happened, the 63-year-old explained. Aliens were plugged into me, either a download or an upload. They were into my brain.
What was the plug?
I could see them and everything while it was happening, like an experiment. Let's see what this guy knows. Nor was this his first close encounter. When he was 4 years old, he claims, he saw something he didn't include in his book. I saw what I considered to be, well, at the time, I thought it was a car with no wheels, he said. We lived out in the country and I saw this thing floating across a field, creating this big dust storm. I threw rocks at it and shit. And I don't know what happened after that. He thinks he blacked out.
This guy on the way says, shh.
I guess. I just have no memory of it. And that wasn't a dream. It was during daylight.
You know, there's something going on, Howard. I don't know what it is, but, you know, I've been touched in weird ways sometimes in dreams and you're thinking it's a dream and things happen. My father visited me. My manager, when he died, visited me the night they died.
Yeah, but wait a second. It's deeper than that, Sammy. What you're saying is, if I have it right, your father, hard drinking man, tough guy.
Died under a park bench, basically. I mean, in the back of a car, a police car, but they pull him out from a park bench, you know what I mean?
And the night he dies, there's a knock on your door. You hear a distinct knock. You were sleeping or you were awake?
I got up and answered the door.
Right.
And in my house, right where I was, the person that was with me, my baby was in, had a little 2-year-old, Aaron was a little 2-year-old boy. And I answered the door and it was my dad. He was like in his 20s. And he was drunk and going crazy. And he was saying, great day for the Irish and all this stuff. And I said, don't ever come like this in front of my baby. Woke him up. And it all happened. It was like a dream. Slammed the door, went and laid back down. God's truth. I mean, you can't make this shit up.
No.
And
sure you can.
The door. Fucker, he's back. I went and opened the door and it was my next
The gypsies are here.
telephone. That was an emergency number for my sister and my family because I was living, you know, I was with my band. We were all sleeping in the same house and all that, same room. Anyway, and he goes, hey, your sister's on the phone. Howard, my fur is up.
You got goosebumps.
Yeah, I do, all over my body, man. And so I just went, wow. I said, I knew. I mean, they found Dad at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know,
It's unbelievable.
it is unbelievable, and that's
Unbelievable. Next clip.
Do you think maybe you were asleep, or you were awake when your father visited you?
I don't know. That's too out there, man.
Do you think there's anything that kids that want to get into this type of industry need to watch out for?
In the music industry, you have to be very careful from the pedophilia. There's a lot of stuff that's in TV right now with Sean Puff Daddy Combs, with Jeffrey Epstein, with all these people that are coming out now getting busted for these crazy orgies and these parties. That breaks my heart to think that somebody that was an adult with a functioning mind, no matter how depraved it is, but that they would assault an innocent child. And them, it's reprehensible, and I don't know why there isn't stricter punishment for that. I think a lot of it is because people just don't know what's happening.
Is that common in these circles?
Well, there are a lot of people that are very famous musicians, and the rumor has it they were executed because they were getting ready to expose pedophilia.
Chester Bennington
Isn't killed.
The rumors going around about Chester from Linkin Park and about Chris from Soundgarden was that
Chris
they were
Cornell.
moving on child abuse, child trafficking, I think it was. They're both gone, and it's very suspicious.
Oh yeah, it's a real thing. Right in front of you. As above, so below. These goobers using signs and symbols of Baphomet.
It's a complete misunderstanding.
That's right.
First of all, the Baphomet is a symbol.
When it's evil, you're evil.
It's your mind's perception that gives it a positive or a negative charge. So Christians, don't come after me for this. First of all, we have the 4 physical elements which represent the 4 bodies of your soul. We have fire, which is our spirit, wings for the air, which is our mind, the dome for earth, which is our body, and the fish scales for water, which is our emotion. Then we have the moon below and the moon above. The moon represents our emotion, our psyche. Do we have control over our psyche, over our emotion, which is the moon below? Or is our emotion controlling us, which is the moon above? Then we have as above, so below. Changing our inner world creates effect in the outer world. Mind over matter, spirit over matter. Changing the inner world projects in the outer world. Then we have the goat head, which represents our animal lower nature. This is the one that wants to lust, to eat, to gain material things. Or we have the higher mind, the mind of Christ. This is Jesus Christ mind and the Satan mind, the lower mind. So this is a deeply symbolic symbol of human consciousness.
These people, they use it for the negative. You can use it for the positive, I promise.
Not evil, it's a complete...
More symbolism. Michael Jackson, Jordan, Jay-Z, her, him, her, it, them, all of them, doing the signs and symbols. And don't forget, it can be used for positive, it can be used for negative. How are you going to use it today? How are you going to use it in this next clip?
Donald Marshall made this song. This is how Donald Marshall made this amazing song.
And this is the truth.
That could be played.
Listen to this closely.
To get me out of there without getting cloned. Over the years, through trial and error, I learned how to capture the attention of people with different melodies. People like repetitiveness in songs, predictability, and then sometimes poems. Sometimes I'd include a melody that had similarities.
Oh, listen to the way she talks.
Example is Somebody I Used to Know, a song I made for a band named Gautier. I made the background tune very similar to the nursery rhyme Baa Baa Black Sheep. Just about everyone has heard the name.
Baa Baa Black Damn Sheep.
But when they hear Somebody I Used to Know, they don't make the connection, and subliminally they just know they've heard it before. It's familiar and gets stuck in their head. I've sold more records that way. Kept me from being tortured most times. I use attention grabbing melodies and nursery rhymes. Baa Baa Black Sheep, you know? Have you any wool? Listen. The addicting subliminal part is a nursery rhyme. Everybody knows Baa Baa Black Sheep, nursery rhyme, but they can't identify it in this song. They listen to it and say, where do I know that song from? I've heard it before, I can't get it out of my head. But they can't figure out why they've heard it before. When these people used to listen to Baba Black Sheep, they were children, and it was a more carefree time as a child, and they listened to it. And they get this feeling of reminiscing about childhood, and they don't even know why. It's a subliminal psychological level. I had to make songs successful, or they would come back and torture me for failing to make them rich or famous. That Gautier guy hates me because he said he's a songwriter, but he can't think up songs. It takes him over 6 months to make one and it's no good. But me at the Cloning Centre, I sang out a killer top 10 hit in 4 minutes. I make it look effortless, and he hates me for that.
Yeah, Goatee is actually one of the spoken, unborn, unseen deities from the book of Aleister Crowley. Look into it. Now, what song do you think that is? Do you know? Do you remember? Backwards transmasking is still happening to this day. It happens in the commercials, happens in the songs you live, in the songs you love, and you don't even know why. It's in front of your face all the time. Sometimes you ever wonder why you're driving down the road. All of a sudden you're mad, coming to your house, you're hollering at your kids, you're mad at your boss, but you don't know why. This is why. This is the truth. Backmasking. It's been going on since the dawn of the era. It controls your brain whether you like it or not. Whether you understand is beside the point. You need to look into these things. These are things that affect you on a day-by-day basis. These are the things that keep you up late at night. These are the things that you think about when the power goes out and there's nothing going on but clear mind. Backwards, 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 backwards. I'd like everybody to do me a favor, if you could. Everybody, play this particular thing backwards. Not a yes. Not a not a yes. No. You think that's an accident? You do, don't you? You probably do. Stop. Because you're the ones that are getting taken advantage of. You're the ones that aren't paying attention. You're the ones that's not seeing how it really works. Ask these people, they'll tell you it's NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. They're programming your brain. And even if you don't like it, they get away with it. So tighten up and let's get to the next clip. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, ladies and gentlemen. What might that be backwards? Believe it or not, more in your face, Illuminati, pyramidal, above Mason, above the 33. These are the players in the real game. These are the people that are keeping you from standing up. These are the people that are keeping you from turning on, tuning in, and dropping out. This is what keeps you locked in, and you don't even know why. It's the eyes on the album cover, the pyramids on the back of your dollars, the eye on CBS News. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. That's a lie, it's the truth. For entertainment purposes only. All these covers, you can't get to where these people are without taking an ode or taking it in the ode, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you for joining me today. Thanks for coming in to try to learn of the cosmos and learn of your existence. Because we are of angels, we are of demons, We are of all one. There is no such thing as death. Life is a dream, and you are the imagination of yourself. Imagine a world, imagine existence where you will join all that you love, all that you've ever wanted and dreamed. We can now do it with our minds. Come together. Donate help to people. Try to love one another. We would travel the cosmos together in our minds. All you have to do is come here, sit together, hit that like, share, subscribe, and learn to live peacefully. Learn to live at the place of your birth. The distance of the house of God is within you.